Hello everyone, it is Michelle, your Club Couture independent designer. We are going to play with the Club Couture Spring in Your Step. I love my little sprouts. We're going to make a fun little photo collage. Join me. Welcome to my live. I am so excited that you're able to join me. We are going to have so much fun. Say hi as you come in so I know that you're here. If you are new and are not currently working with the designer, please just comment the word newbie and I will make sure to send you some Club Couture information. If you're watching the replay, hi. So what is Club Couture? We are a fun high-end DIY home decor company used to make different gifts and decorations from your home on a budget. So Club Couture has so many fun products. We have our Chalkology chalk paste, which is great for chalkboards where you can design and repeat as much as you like. We also have Couture ink, so you can make permanent on fabrics or glass or ceramics. We have hundreds of reusable silkscreen transfers, lots of fun tools, and a full assortment of different surfaces for all of your projects. You want to make sure you join my Chalkaholic VIP group. This is where there's so much more fun and there's specials. You can also sign up for a workshop. I love to hold workshops and share my love of Club Couture. We also have Club Couture. This is a fun mail subscription where you get an exclusive transfer and chalk paste sent to your home every month for the low price of $19.99. You can also host your own private party, get your friends and family together and make your own projects. You can also become a designer and start your own empire. There's so many different ways with Club Couture to make money. If you are excited about any of these things, please just send me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So don't forget, in my Chalkaholic VIP group, if you post a picture of your finished project, you will be entered in a drawing for a free transfer every month. How exciting is that? So without further ado, let's go on and let's chalk this project. Thank you so much for helping me, and let's chalk. Hi, you guys. Hello. Hi, Teresa. Hey, Vanessa. Ooh, thank you for the double sprinkle. Thank you guys so much. That just means that you have liked and you hit that share button so you could be added to the sprinkle box. I am still adding to the box, but I haven't drawn names yet because I already have 3 happy mail I need to send, and I don't like to get too far behind. So I want to make sure that I send them out before I promise any more. But I will say, I am quite caught up on my mailings except for this happy mail. So what we're going to do is make a fun project. I kind of came up with it when we were talking about the sale yesterday. And we're going to use that reusable silkscreen transfer, which is on the half off sale. Okay, I also forgot to show you guys one of my other favorite ones because I didn't see it marked off initially as half off, but it is. It is called the Look on the Sunny Side right here, and I've made a lot of amazing projects with that, as I've shown you guys already, but that one is also half off. But this is the one that we are going to look at today. We made one of the designs yesterday on our live. We made the Oopsie Daisy. Remember that? Look how cute that is. Oopsie Daisy. But I wanted to make a project today that uses the, where is it? Let me find it. Ooh. Oh, here it is. I love my little sprouts, okay? So we're going to go ahead and design. Let me share oh my goodness. I always have problems now. I never had a problem before with this. There we go. I've already sprayed my Eden board with water so that paste starts to come off. And I also want to use this transfer. This is called, what is this one called? This is called Found Patterns from Nature. And I thought that this one here looked like little sprouts. So it is a 4-piece transfer. We have flowers, which remember I said, wouldn't it be cool if we had a background of flowers? And then we could put some of these over top. Wouldn't that be cute? That goes so good together, doesn't it? Well, we are going to use these leaves. These are going to be my little sprouts, okay? But there's 4 designs. We have like a little leopard. We have, hold on. hopefully it doesn't freeze up. Somebody was calling my phone. We have the flowers, the leopard, these leaves. And then there was another one that looked like a bunch of little, remember we used it on my jar. Where's my jar? We used it on the background of my peony jar to look like burlap, remember? So that's the fourth pattern that is on that sheet. And I love these patterns because you can reuse them and make a lot of fun, different images, okay? But I sprayed my board with water, and we're just going to take this off of here. I have my paste scraper. Our chalk paste is water soluble. So you see how this is coming right off. I'm so sad that I am erasing this, but I always have this transfer. So if I ever wanted to redesign this, I can. And this is my favorite type of surface, are Edens. They are magnetic. And the quality is just amazing. It is a porcelain steel board. And look at the distress. It's just a beautiful board. And we have this in the 9x12 size. This is the 12x18. And then we have the really big 18x24. When you sign up for the new designer Easter pack, if you want to become a designer, you do get the 9x12. Oh, I just dropped my stir sticks. You do get the 9x12 in that perks pack if you want. Or you can design your own perks pack and pick whatever you want at 40% off when you become a designer. And any order in your first 60 days, you can also get an extra 15% off. So you could get any size Eden board, get them all for 55% off. I'm just coming over here to get a board eraser to get off all of this residue off my board. My whole container of stir sticks is on the floor. I picked out my stir sticks because I was going to do a guess how many stir sticks there are for the game prize in the vendor event that I'm in right now. But I decided to do a guess that item instead. So far, nobody has guessed, and I have a fun little prize for whoever does guess. So hopefully someone does guess. You're only allowed to ask yes or no questions. Ooh. But any yes or no question. All right, so I'm just going to dry this off. And you see how this is perfect, just like new. Just dry it off. Hey, Cynthia. My son is having a sleepover right now. So I came down to the basement to hide before I make them their dinner. I found this DiGiorno pizza. And it is croissant. And, you know, I have celiac disease, so I would not be able to eat something like that. But how fun is that? The whole base of the pizza is a croissant. Hey, Julie. So I am just wiping all of this away. Now, I haven't played with this transfer to try to repeat it. But I don't even know if you can. But we're going to try. I'm just trying to pick whether or not, help me decide. This background, I'm going to use this, and we're going to see if we can repeat it. So hopefully I don't take up too much of your time, but I have time this evening to play around with this. But I want you guys to go ahead and tell me, what color should we do for the background? Do you want to see eucalyptus or sage? And while you guys are voting, I'm going to, I just had it. I am going to, what did I do with it? I'm going to use my, hold on. Did I drop it? Where are you? I want to use, here it is. I want to use my, placement tape because I always end up getting paste all over my frame. Oh, that would be pretty, Julie. A hot mess. Vanessa says eucalyptus. So I'm going to just make a border so I don't get paste all over my frame. And it's not a big deal if I did get paste all over my frame because I would just wipe it off with a board eraser. But just to prevent that, I'm going to put this down. I have 2 votes for eucalyptus. And doing one color would be better for a pattern, only because I could probably do a few. Why isn't it sticking to the side? It's probably still wet. Yeah, it's still wet from me doing that. Hi, Stephanie. It's probably better to use one color instead of hot messing if I'm going to try to repeat it, because if I do the hot mess, I would have to wash it in between each time. So I'm trying to maybe at least get the first few, and then if we need to, I can wash the transfer. If I was doing a small board, I could have got it to stick at the top, and I can't get it to not stick on the bottom. Go fancy. How are you doing, Anne? Thank you, Stephanie. Someone just texted me back the word yes, and I didn't text anybody else. Hold on. Oh, my mom. My mom is in Taiwan sending me a text message. I forgot what question I've asked her. We're almost like a 24-hour difference. But thank you, Stephanie. If you sprinkled this video by using that share button, when I go back through, you will get added to the sprinkle box. The next sprinkle drawing will be after I nail the 3 I have to go out, which I have them separated. I just haven't mailed them yet. For a reason, though, because these people were also getting other things, and one of them I'm waiting for a package to come in. There we go. This one up here doesn't want to stick to that. There we go. I don't know why it doesn't want to stick right there. It might just be the tape. I don't know. Let's grab the eucalyptus. So I'm going to take this, and I'm hoping, I'm kind of eyeballing this to this and this to this, and I'm hoping it looks like they are repeatable. I know that Club Couture is very mindful to making things repeat because we love our patterns, don't we? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to fuzz it. Fuzzing just means that I'm making it less sticky. And this is one of our new transparent transfers, which is nice because if I am trying to do a repeating pattern, it's easier to line up. Okay. Where's my... Okay. So we have that fuzzed. This tape. It's not sticking the best. There we go. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it like this on here. We'll see if this works. I don't know if it will, especially since I didn't even put it on the straightest. Doing great, but not seeing anyone else on YouTube. I don't know. Sometimes you might be the only one on YouTube right now. All right, so I'm going to put this one just like this. And I've never tried this before. So if this doesn't work, then flop it is, okay? But let's try. I'm going to grab my... This is not eucalyptus. That's eggshell blue. Here's eucalyptus. Okay. Hopefully I have enough in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take eucalyptus. Oh, I hope I have enough to... There's a lot of screen on here, so hopefully this is enough. I'm going to just put a blop on here. And then I'm going to use my squeegee. And I am just going to smother all of my chalk paste on top. I have a feeling we are going to have to wash this transfer, though, because my eucalyptus is, as you can tell, a little on the thicker side. My house is extremely cold today. It actually snowed a little bit here today. Did you guys get any snow today? I wouldn't call it snow. I guess it's like a little mini flurry. A little flurry. There we go. And then I'm going to want to take any of the excess off. Yeah, I think most of the people on here right now are on Facebook, Anne. And then I'm going to go like this. And like this. But I can show you guys quickly how to wash and reuse a transfer if we need to. because we are gonna have to dry this because we don't want it to be wet and smear everywhere. We'll see how far we can go. It's just, I don't know if the consistency of my paste is going to allow it. We'll see. We will see. If not, this is going to be like a 5-hour video on a fun Friday night. Okay, so we have this here, and then I'm just going to pull my transfer off of my Aiden. Oh, that's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? Look at my little sprouts. I got some paste on here, so let's get that off first. Let's get that off first. I'm gonna see if I can, I think I'm just gonna go straight down and go this way, and I probably will wash it. I'm gonna dry this. There are some people that have used these patterns and done full walls. I've seen people do their kitchen island. It's amazing what you can do with these patterns. I have a pattern picked out to do my laundry room, but I am scared to death to do it. The pattern that I want to use, I think, was already sold out and gone, but I have like 4 of them just in case I ever want to tackle that job. Now I'm going to want this board to come back to room temperature also. Actually, that doesn't give that much heat. And then, yeah, see, the problem is I kind of bent it up there. So what we're going to do, we'll let this dry even further. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to get one of my Club Couture mats, and I'll show you how I'm going to wash this quickly. I'm just going to spray this with some water, and then I'm going to take a board eraser and get off this paste. This is why I love these mats. These mats you can pierce. You can wash your transfers just like this. I have a wipe here, and the adhesive part of the vinyl I like to use when I use these mats. I like to use our disinfectant wipes to really get all the paste off, because the board erasers will hold on to that paste and then it will just keep coming off. So this way I can go like this, and then I'll do the other side. See how it's coming off onto my wipe and not back onto there. Whoop. And then I will keep going like this, and if I need to, I can spray more water. But this is a quick way if you don't have a sink nearby, or if you want to keep reusing your transfer without making trips to your sink, just like this. Making sure I'm cleaning, and you can kind of see those screens get clean. And then you'll know if it's all out because your wipe will no longer be green, or like this will transfer through. That looked more like soap than color going through. So then once you know you have, yeah, that is all soap. It is not green anymore. Oh, I took out my trash, guys. Oh, here's a nice little trash bin. And then once I have that done, and there's no paste on here, I can then take my fuzzing cloth on the microfiber smooth side and dry it just by folding it in there and going like this. And then we will go. You just want it to be dry enough because you don't want a wet transfer to go near the other paste you had. And we are dry. Ta-da! Now we have a nice, you see how clean this transfer is now? We're gonna take it. That kind of fuzzed it a little bit too. Let's let's see. I now have to figure out which was what. Which was what? It's not that. It doesn't look like it's that. Is it that? No. Is it that? No. Is it that? I'm just trying to figure out which way we went. And I will figure it out by lining it up just like this. Sorry if my head's in your way. It looks like it might be right here. So I'm going to pick a spot and just line it up, top to bottom. I don't know if this is right. Looks good. It's just I'm holding it a little crooked. There we go. Make sure I don't have an air bubble. Bubble is trouble. I should have fuzzed it probably one more time. But I'm gonna just go like this and go all the way across like this. If I would have done it flush with the border instead of having this part folded up, it would have lined up a lot better. Lesson learned. So now we have this. We'll do the same thing again. I'm going to take that eucalyptus, put a blob on there, and we will continue just like this all over the silk screen. I think I have a little bit of an air bubble there, but it's gonna be okay. Let's see how this looks. I'm gonna take all of the excess off. Okay. And then I'm going to peel. Yes, a little off. That looks good, doesn't it? That looks so good. There's just a little bit on the side, so I'm gonna see if I can just do that real quick once this is dry. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can see well enough to put this back on. And I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Do the same thing again. That'll give that an extra chance to dry really good. But we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go like this. I guess I will post another video after we're done of a sped up version, because I know it can't be too much fun. But you guys can also talk to me while I do this. Keep me company. I don't know why I used the board eraser again, because now I'm just spreading that. So I will get my wipes to get that up. And again, we're just going to... I will say, if you want to keep your transfers the stickiest longest, I do find that it's best to let them dry naturally rather than force them dry. So you can see here that that's going through is a little green because it's cleaning the it's cleaning out the silk screen. But as the chalk paste comes out, you'll notice it. See how now it's white and not instead of green. And you can also tell by your wipe. You could use baby wipes with this. I like using these disinfectant wipes because it kind of keeps your transfer really nice and sticky. And I try not to press too hard down because I don't want to remove any of that stickiness. And then see how that's completely white. There we go. And then I will get my microfiber side again. And then we're just gonna dry that screen. If I do this several times and this is wet and not drying it, then I'll just switch to another fuzzing cloth or use a towel. But you just don't want it to be too wet. See how sticky this is? Because I use the disinfectant wipe. Which with the Aiden, you don't want it to be too sticky. There we go. Super sticky. Okay. You can hear that kind of fuzzing as we went along. So we'll get this again. And I'm going to go ahead and go down this way. And this time I'm going to overlap just a little bit. I think for the other one, I was trying to match it up too perfectly that there's a very small line that you could barely see. But this time I think I'm going to go just a little above it so that there's no gap, that it's completely overlapped. Oh, now I remember what I said to my mom. I told her that I bet her family was really happy to see her. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to take some of that eucalyptus and my squeegee, and I'm just going to keep on going this way. I didn't put enough on, but a little bit does spread quite a bit. Oh, I'm going to love this project when I'm done. I need more people to chalk with. Yeah. There we go. And I'm going to scrape off any excess. And then I'm going to peel and reveal. Oh, see, that was perfect. Look at that. This is amazing, guys. So we'll dry this. And now I don't have to wash the whole transfer, just a little bit of it for us to continue. I'll see if I can line it up without washing it again once this is dry. Oh, I love this. Isn't this beautiful? I think it's beautiful. Now, how the heck am I ever going to want to wash this away? Imagine this as a cutting board or something like that. Let's see if we can see. I cannot see. And I don't want to get paste on it like that. A few more times. I'm going to go ahead and take this. We only have to do the top part here. But at least I don't really very often show how to clean a transfer on video. So this is a good way. I normally just walk it over to my sink and use one of those board erasers and hold my transfer under running water because I'm very wasteful with paper towels. So I try not to use too many wipes also, but this is a good way to clean out your silk screen here. And I don't know about you guys, but we have these wipes in crazy bulk since the pandemic. I think every time my mom came, she brought me another little case of wipes. See how that's all white? So now I know that it's clean. And then I also can tell by looking at my cloth and there not being any more green on it. Yes, that's a good idea, Teresa. I have a little sink down here in the basement that I like to use, but this is good if I don't want to keep walking back and forth. And I'm gonna get this and dry it. I used to, when I had a really big transfer and I wasn't chalking in the basement, I would put my E-size transfers in the bathtub. And then I stopped doing that because one time I accidentally put my transfer sticky side down in the bathtub. And when I went, it was dried to the bathtub. And the transfer peeled off and was stuck to the bathtub. And I had to sit in there with magic eraser scrubbing it to get the transfer pieces off of the tub. So that was that. All right, so this is dry. We are almost done. We'll have this. It's a little sticky. I'm just gonna fuzz it on another cloth on the side because that is sticky. That those adhesive wipes really keep it super sticky. So I'm gonna look to the top, bottom, left, and right to line this up over here. Again, I'm gonna let it overlap just a little bit so that there's no break in it, which I need to go a little to the left. There we go. And then some more eucalyptus. We will go like this on here. What do you think of it so far? I'm super impressed that you guys are staying with me while I do this. I probably should have done it before and just told you about it, but sometimes watching the technique helps you guys because it's different, isn't it? When you have a project you're about to do and you're like, well, wait a minute, how did that girl do that? And it also can be helpful so you can see really how easy this is because I'm not using a lot of skill other than lining up the transfer. And it's so easy to do because our transfers are now more transparent so I can see through. All right. So then I'm gonna peel this up. Look how nicely that lined up. Isn't it cute? Let's try. And since now we're using the top side, I'm gonna see, I don't know if we'll be able to line that up or not. We will see. And the pattern is so busy that even if you had a little line, you really can't tell. It looks like it's supposed to be there if you do have a line. All right. I'm just gonna look up here. I'm gonna try and see if I can, because there's enough of this that is not chalked on, and if I can line that part up, maybe I could line up the whole thing. We'll see. Oh, it's stuck to the tape. You are giving me a problem. There we go. And then we'll go all the way down. And I want to try to get this on before the paste dries on that screen. So let's put some of that on there. And we'll go straight down. We are almost done. I probably will just, I hate to have to wash it one time. I'm going to see if another part of this lines up also, or if it's just the edge. I think it might just be the edge. I'm getting paste all over my fingers. Oh, I love it. There we go. Almost done. I would would hate to have to wash this whole transfer just for this little nugget down here. But I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to try, maybe I'll take that wipe and clean off the top of this to see if I can take off just enough that I can see, and maybe that'll keep it moist enough that I can still, no, I don't think I'm going to be able to see. I'm going to try. If you don't try, what do they say? If you don't try, the only option is to fail. There we go. We'll just do this. It's such a small part of it. Hopefully it's not too wet. There we go. So if you guys are available tomorrow morning, I'm going to come on tomorrow morning because puppy school doesn't start till the afternoon. And I'm going to go ahead and play with the tier tray. I know some of you picked up the free accessory kit with the tier tray. There we go. Some of you picked up the free accessory with the tier tray. And I have some pudgies that I'm going to show you guys. One of them, which I know Teresa is interested in, is the insert for the tier tray. I am going to show you guys the insert tomorrow. See, it was a little wet. It's okay. I might just cover a photo there with our project. I'm going to show my insert for the tier tray tomorrow and how to make a Highland cow pudgy and go over that. And I'm also going to show you guys how to embellish your tier tray to make it look super cute. All right, so join me tomorrow morning. I don't know what time, but I know it's going to be in the morning. And then I'm going to take off my tape, and then I think I'm going to run the dryer over this. There we go. What do you think? I love this. I have a water bucket. Well, there's no water in it, but I throw my dirty squeegees in, and it's making the best trash can right now. I'm just going to run the dryer over it so I don't mess anything up. But it looks like all of the patterns now are repeatable. They even redid the buffalo plaid, the mini buffalo plaid, so that it is repeatable as well. So you could do as big as a project as you need. Okay, so now we have our eucalyptus background here. Let me make sure my hands are clean. We are going to use this circle, simple shape. I'm going to take this away. I'm going to use the simple shape, and we're going to use, I love my little sprouts. I'm going to put my eucalyptus away. Thank you, Cynthia. Isn't it cute? Last night when we were talking, I came up with the idea of making a picture frame, but then I thought I really want something in the background. I wonder if there's a pattern. And the first thing I thought of was the buffalo plaid. But I kept thinking, and I was like, wait a minute, let me just do a search. So I went in the search box on my chalk site and just typed pattern. And when this popped up, I knew it was a perfect match. I knew it was a perfect match. So I'm using just one of the 6 transfers that comes on the spring in your step. And this one says, I love my little sprouts. I love my little sprouts. So I'm going to take my simple shape and I'm going to put this here. I really want to wash my hands, so let me go do that right there. Hold on. I have so much eucalyptus on my fingers. I just want to wash it off. And what I'm going to show you guys with the tier tray tomorrow morning is going to be perfect to have ready to go for the April Club Couture for next month also. It's all going to go together. Okay. So I love my little sprouts. I want to pick some colors. I'm going to use that eucalyptus probably for these little sprouts. So eucalyptus, I will use the academia for the words. I want to use, Shimmer Harvest, which is kind of like a pretty gold. I think that would go really pretty with academia for these little things. I love my little sprouts. What color would go good with this for the pot? I want you guys to help me out here. What color should I add to this palette for the pot? Part of me wants to use Shimmer Copper, but I don't know if it is too close to, ooh, it might actually look really good with the Shimmer Harvest. Hi, Tammy. I love my little sprouts. What color should we use? Shimmer Gold. Use Shimmer Gold, Shimmer Plum. Is Shimmer Plum still a color? I don't know if I kept it in here. I have Shimmer Orchid. Is Shimmer Plum still a thing? I might have removed it since it's not one of our lineup anymore. Is it? Can't remember the name, but is there something close to a terracotta color? We have Rust, which I don't know if it's still a thing. Is Rust still there? Rust would be a great color to go with academia. I like it. We'll do that color. But I don't know if I have Shimmer Plum. I know that we have the new Shimmer Violet. Cynthia? Can someone look to see if Shimmer Plum is still a color? I tried to remove the colors for the videos because I hate using colors that you guys cannot purchase, but I do keep them separately, and I try to bring them to my home parties. Use Shimmer Orchid. Well, is Shimmer Orchid still a thing? I don't know. What do you think? Shimmer Orchid? Use the Shimmer Orchid. Shimmer Orchid looks like it would go really pretty with academia, but so would Rust. That. Okay. We probably would have to mix a few colors to kind of get like a terracotta. All of my colors are out of order. Shimmer Violet is on the website. Shimmer Violet. I know it says Shimmer Violet, but I feel like Shimmer Violet is our new one, Teresa. Shimmer Violet is our in vogue for the spring. So yeah, Shimmer Violet is brand new. It was the Shimmer Orchid that I wasn't sure if we had online. I was thinking Slate Rose. Slate Rose is pinky. Do you think that looks like terracotta? Oh, that would look really good though. I like that. Shimmer Plum is also on website. How close are they to each other? Hold on. Shimmer Plum. Shimmer Crimson. I don't know. I think I took mine away because I thought it was gone. I do see Shimmer Plum. Shimmer Plum we had during Halloween. Is it in the full jar or is it just a single packet, Teresa? Because I know that they have Shimmer Plum in some of the kits. Here I have Teresa being my secretary. Do they have a full jar? Or is it just the packet? Because if it's a jar, I need that on my list of things. What's the color I said I needed yesterday? Oh, dear. There's a color I said I needed. Oh, Raspberry Sorbet. Full jar. Let me look again. Hold on. These are Berry Perry. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. If I have it, it's on the floor. Oh. I'm just going to get my note take. And so I need Shimmer Plum. And I need... I wonder if it's available until supplies last, because I don't think it's in the catalog as a recurring color. But either way, I still want it. Don't forget, guys, when you go shopping and you put $75 in your cart, you can add the Academia raspberry sorbet. And if you're a Club Couture member and you get to 100, then you get a free transfer tote and another free fuzzing cloth. I do feel like I'm missing some jars up here, though. Who knows? Because where are all my purples? Where are all my purples? I don't know. What was I going to say? It says, okay, so it's because they have some left. Are you talking about the shimmer plum? Isn't it Vogue? Okay. Let's go ahead and do these. Let's do these colors here. I pulled out my detail tool because these little sprouts here, or we can do those there. Actually, I think it's big enough. All of my squeegees are in the sink. But I do like to cut my squeegees so I have them in all different shapes and sizes. We'll go here and here. And we're going to use Slate Rose for that pot. We're going to use Shimmer Harvest for the sunshine. We are going to use Eucalyptus for our sprouts just to match the back of our board. Oh, it is in Vogue also. So Shimmer Plum and Shimmer Violet are in Vogue. And then we're going to use our Academia for those words there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, dun, 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 what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead and get the Shimmer Harvest, and I'm going to just do this here. You guys are the best, helping me out when I have no idea what I'm talking about. I really do love you guys. And then, I almost went a little crazy there. Right there. And then there's these little dots in between I love my. I'm going to do those also in the same Shimmer Harvest. Shimmer Harvest is a color that I'm going to be sad if they ever do away with. I know it's still on the website, or at least it was recently. But I think that was also an in Vogue color before, wasn't it? But it is so loved and used by so many that we would all be super sad if they took it away. And then let's use Academia. Again, Academia is our color of the month for March. And you can only get it if you're a designer and you spend 45 PV, or if you are a customer and your cart reaches $75. Those are the only two ways to get this color. That and that. And then let's use the Eucalyptus. Now you could do a one and done and do this whole thing in all one color. It would still look pretty, but it's spring. So let's add a little bit of color to our design. Now I am doing a lot of different colors, so I'm keeping an eye on my design, because if it was to start to dry in the screen and not transfer through, it's not going to look too great. That's why I like to start with the shimmer. I started with the Shimmer Harvest first because the shimmers take a lot longer to dry. But that being said, this is so much better than our old paste. Remember that when we used to have to add water? And then, oh, what a pretty color. Is Slate Rose still current? It must be, because I still have it. I want to say Slate Rose is on the Last Chance. So we have a tab on the chalk site called Last Chance. That means when it's gone forever. And I'm pretty sure earlier today when I looked, Slate Rose was on Last Chance. But what a great color, isn't it? That's going to go really good with Academia. When did I start liking the pinks? Who am I right now? And then we'll do little sprouts. So this would be cute on the little stand, but we are actually going to turn this into a magnet for our Eden board. I'm going to go through. Oh, I love these colors together. You guys did a great job. Here we go. I'm worried I have an air bubble right there. We'll see. Because I can kind of see a bubble. Bubble is trouble. I also didn't wax this. Yeah, I do have a little bleed there, but that's okay. Look how cute that is. And it's reusable. I had a little piece of lint on the back that caused it to lift and caused that little bubble there. But that's okay. Ideally, I would have used my paste wax, my surface wax, right here, because it is a wood surface. Anytime I don't use wax, I say I should have. The reason also is because even though this is a pretty smooth piece of wood, there is grain, and you can see the grain there. Can you see the grain in the wood? So the paste can go in there and just kind of spill across the grain a little bit. So you can see that little part right there. There's a little bit of bleed, but it looks good. And from a distance, you won't even be able to tell. Yeah, Slate Rose is last chance, Julie. So sad. I think I have another jar on standby for my personal self because that makes me sad. So Slate Rose we used. Shimmer Harvest we used. Eucalyptus we used for the background and for our sprouts. And then Academia, which is our color of the month for March. Look at this palette you guys designed. You guys should be creating the palette packs. Those are great colors. Academia, Slate Rose, greens with greens, yellows with yellows. Okay. So there we have that. I'm going to go ahead and bring back our board. Ta-da! Look at this. Oh, so we could either put it right smack in the middle. We could turn our board this way. I think I want it to go this way. Do I have an open pack of magnets? Yes, I do. I'll use those first, even though I'm going to need more. So our Simple Shapes are light, but they're still a little bit heavy. So when I want to use one as a magnet, I will put a few. Let me dry this before I smear it. Did I dry it already? I don't remember. Something else that's fun with the Simple Shapes is you could also paint them with your chalk paste first if you wanted to. But I thought this with a white background would look pretty and kind of match the outward frame. So for this, since I don't want it to slide all around, I'm going to do four, I think. And these are Club Couture magnets, or you could use any magnets that you want. But I want it to be able to support this. So I'm going to put this right there. Look at that. So now it's not going to go anywhere. See, it's not sliding. We have that. I love my little sprouts. I love these colors. And then I just printed some photos just on my computer at home. I have one of my son and Winston. And I thought about trying to be a little crazy and cutting them in the shape of leaves. And then I thought, no, we're not doing that. You can have big pictures, little pictures. There's one of me and the pups. There's one of them playing tug of war. I think I'll go like, I'm going to move this up and put the tug of war underneath and go. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're magnets. You can put them any way you want to. I'm going to put me there, you there. And what I'll do is I'll just take a photo and I will apply a magnet. Now these photos are very light. So if you wanted to save your magnets, what you could even do is take your transfer trimmers or a pair of scissors, because paper is super light. So one of these magnets I can cut into 4 if it's just paper. Like if you're using our chalk suede paper, or if you're using watercolor paper, you don't need a whole magnet because that's a lot of magnet for a piece of paper. So what I'll do is I'll put just like this. I could probably even use a smaller piece and snap it right on. Look at me and my little baby snuggling on the couch. And we'll snap that one on. The tug of war. And you can always just change these pictures out as you want. that. Do I have another magnet? Yes. Yes, I do. I love these magnets. They are a great price. And I love to add them to my orders so I know I have enough. You can see behind me how many different things we've used magnets for. Did I put a magnet on here yet? No. There's Sam. And let's go like this. I probably should have printed more. I just printed some just to give you guys an idea. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think the background is too busy? Let me show you guys this. And look at this. We have our little picture board. I love my little sprouts. And you can change the photos. If you could even peel that off like I did before. You could have bigger photos, smaller photos. You could even matte the photos if you want them to stand out more. You could put a little white background on them. I kind of like this because they're kind of lost in the weeds, right? I love my little sprouts. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Teresa says so cute. I wanted to get a piece of, yeah. So, yeah, I was just pretending that my backer sheet was like a mat behind it. So if you want to be able to see your photo from a distance so much, then you can just mat it. We could probably use, I don't want to cut up chalk suede just to do that, but if you have a white piece of paper, you can do that. Let me show you guys. I have some of these toppers just as a, that's too big. Here we go. So if you had a white piece of paper behind it, you see how that is like matting it so you can see the photo a little bit more than just that. So maybe I will go take, what do you guys think? Should I get a white piece of cardstock and mat them or leave it as is? I love these little magnets. You guys can tell me what you think. I love the Aidens. So now you guys were able to see how to make a repeating pattern using our reusable transfer, and then how to make a magnet. Ta-da! I love it. Mat them. Okay, I'm gonna go and do that right now. I'll take this. I'm gonna mat them and then post a picture, but I'm gonna take the magnets off so that they don't stick. I'm gonna take, should I do different colors, Teresa, or white? I think I would like them on white, so maybe I'll just use my white. I'm gonna make just little mats, and mat just means it's gonna be a little piece of white scrapbook paper. It's gonna be a little piece of white scrapbook paper that is gonna just be a little bit bigger than the photo so that it's gonna be on the board. I don't know. I may also print these out to be a little bigger. I'm trying to decide. Maybe I will print them to be a little bigger. Or do you think, no, and maybe if they're matted, that's a good size. All right, white. Okay, thank you, Anne. Thank you for joining me on YouTube, Anne. And when I update the photo for the video, Anne, I will have it as the photo with the matting on there because the picture will probably be on Facebook, okay? Thank you guys so much for joining me. Wish me luck with the sleepover with my son tonight, and I will talk to you guys soon. See you tomorrow morning for our tier tray